What's up, everybody? Welcome to the channel. Today we're going to be doing a little bit of overview on some of the stuff that I've bought this year and some of the stuff that I've been doing a long-term test on my Jeep. So we got the Jeep pulled outside here. We're going to be changing some stuff up this week on it. Got some big stuff coming up for it. So I want to do a review on the stuff that I got on there that I'm changing and stuff that I'm using right now, how I like it, how I don't like it. I got some long-term review stuff going on this winch that I bought that from Amazon. It was 400 bucks. Tires, my new wheels, and some interior stuff. So I'm gonna go over everything that I can remember that I did this year, and we'll see, and I'll give you a review on them. So that's gonna be right now. All right, so starting out, I'm going to start out with these Moto-Built hood vents. So if you got a replica hood or a 10th anniversary hood, these are actual functional vents that Moto-Built sell for a couple $100. Definitely get those. You know how these 3.6s and 3.8s like to overheat? Underhood temperature's way down. So definitely look up those Moto-Built vents. I painted mine, they come raw. I painted them black and a little bit of red there. I have a full video on it. I'm going to link the videos and the links to the products down in the description. So next, these KBD fenders, right? They're polyurethane fenders. I've had them for a while. They're pretty good fenders, you know, polyurethane. They ain't going to break or nothing. Only thing I don't like about them, they're already starting to fade, and this Jeep doesn't even really sit outside. So that kind of sucks, but they've held up pretty good, and they're never going to rust because they're polyurethane. I know a guy who had them painted, and they are a pain in the butt to paint. So if you want a color match, you probably are out of luck. But anyways, I want to talk about one thing that I didn't really want to, it wasn't going to be a review, but last year I had my factory radiator had a pinhole leak in it. So I was like, well, you know, I think I'll upgrade to a aluminum one. So I went and got a cold case radiator. It's like 400 bucks, 500 bucks. A lot of money for a radiator, right? Yeah, don't get those. They're junk. I don't drive this Jeep every day anymore. Used to, I drive it every day. Don't drive anymore. It sits in the house, sits in the garage, climate controlled. It's already leaking. So got to get a new radiator. Should have probably done this when I bought the radiator and, like, you know, looked up people, you know, that had them. Don't get them. I've seen a lot of bad comments on them. So next we're going to talk about this winch. So Stegodon winch, got it on Amazon. They're running like 400 bucks. It's a 13,500 pound winch. Really good winch. I've been pleasantly surprised with it. I thought it was going to be junk, but it does the job. So I am going to be replacing it because I got a deal on a Evo Warren winch. So that's going to be a video coming up. I'm going to be replacing this winch and putting an Evo on it. Things I liked about this winch, it came with a wired and a wireless remote. A wireless remote was really nice. A lot of your high dollar wrenches don't even come with a wireless remote. Like I said, it worked great. Never had any problems with it. Pulled this Jeep dead when the transfer case exploded. Pulled it in the wind, pulled it going off road and stuff. So definitely a good winch. If you don't want to spend a bunch of money on a winch, you know, you can get this on Amazon for a couple $100. And a couple $100 will save you from getting stuck. You know, get a winch. That way you don't get stuck and turn your off-roading trips into a bad day. What do we want to talk about next? Let's talk about Rock Jock anti-rock. So if you have a Rubicon, or even if you don't have a Rubicon and you have a regular Jeep, JK, or any Jeep, any off-road vehicle, and you want to get rid of doing either the electronics, say your rack goes, or your automatic, I'm trying to think here, your automatic dislocator comes off like mine did. I'm trying to say it, but I can't get it off. But anyways, these have a problem with electronics going bad, right? The motors go bad in them. And it's like $800 to replace them. You can buy a rock jock for that much. You never have to worry about it again. It's a little bit more, it's not as tight on the road, but you really don't notice it, especially when you move up to big tires and stuff. You never have to get out. You never have to worry about pins. You don't have to worry about nothing. They just work. So, rock jock. Anti-rock, definitely get one of those. If you're looking to upgrade your off-road rig and you don't want to spend $800 to $1,000 on replacing your electronic sway bar disconnector, and even if you want to upgrade your standard one, you don't have to worry about, you know, quick disconnects. Another thing I want to talk about here, so when I bought this Jeep, I did a 3-inch coil lift. I didn't want to do a spacer lift because you have to take your coils out to put spacers in. So I went and got a coil lift for it. It was a 3-inch, just to put 35s under it. Worked out great. Put them with 37s, worked out great. And now I moved up to a 3.5-inch coil from Metal Cloak. It's a dual rate. Dual rates are freaking awesome. Love my dual rates. Did a jamboree in them. Man, the Jeep rides so much better now. Definitely either move up to a dual rate if you have the option, or a triple rate if you do rock crawler. But yeah, definitely recommend doing a dual or triple rate coil for your off-road rig. Definitely do it. Next thing, let's talk about tires. So I got the Maaxis Razr MTs. I've had these since I've had the Jeep. I've had them in 35s, had them in 37s, and I'm getting rid of them. So I'm moving up to 40s, and I'm moving up to Nitto trail grapplers. The only reason I did it is because I got a good deal on them. So we're gonna be moving up to 40s. And like I said before, I don't drive this Jeep every day. It sits in my garage. Hopefully it still fits in my garage after this. But we are moving up to 40s. Got a good deal on them, so gonna try them out. I love my Maaxis Razrs. They do good out west. They do good here. They don't do great in the snow, but for everything else, they've done amazing. And I highly recommend you looking at them. If you're looking for a mud tire, they're usually pretty cheap comparatively to like other brands like BFG and other stuff like that. BFG's usually super high. Mickey Thompson's super high. These are usually probably like below average on pricing, and they usually have them in stock whenever you're looking for them. All right, let's talk about the next thing here. So I had method bead locks on my Jeep here, and I switched to the bead grips. I like the bead grips. They're great. They're a lighter wheel. They look better, of course. But the only thing I don't like about them is I lost my bead lock. So I don't have, the bead lock used to take the brunt of, you know, rocks and stuff. This is my passenger back wheel. Can't really see it when you're crawling. And it's took a lot of damage already. I did a trip. I did Jeep Jamboree on them. And I wheeled for 3 days. These were brand new, and they're already hurt. So there's nothing wrong with them. They still hold air, still great. They just look like crap now. I wish I could go back to my bead locks, but I don't think that's possible right now. I'm gonna have to literally get them rebuilt, and more and more thinking about them, I don't want to get them rebuilt because then you have to add nut certs and all this stuff, or helicoil them, and I don't really want to do that. So I don't know, for right now, when I can put the 40s on, I'm putting the 40s on these wheels because I have them, and we'll get to the whole bead lock thing down the line. When I did these bead grips, Kent recommended that I upgrade to these quick deflators. I can't remember the brand right now. I think they're Apex quick deflators. Definitely, those are awesome. It's a minute. It's a second per PSI. So every second it drops it at PSI. They are fast, super fast. You don't have to sit there. It's a little button. You just flip it and they deflate. So you gotta watch out because they're super fast. Like I said, it's like a second per PSI, and they definitely take your air down time way down. Air up time, and they also have they're bigger a diameter, so they take air a lot faster. Now, if you have a compressor that doesn't really even want to fill them up to begin with, it's not going to help you out. But if you do have like a nice compressor or something, it will make the tire fill up a lot faster. So that's on the outside. Let's see, I did this too, this spare tire delete. I like this has been pretty nice. I can't remember what brand this is. The logo's down there. I mean, I can't remember what it is. I'll put it right, here. I'll put the words right there, what brand it is. When I edit this, I can't remember right off the top of my head right now because I bought so many things from so many different companies, but this has been pretty nice. Got rid of my spare on the back, so it's not destroying my tailgate. When I go 40s, putting a 40 back here, not going to be great for the tailgate. Going to have to probably get a bumper with a spare tire carrier that can handle a 40. But when you do that, you lose your departure angle. And I like being able, with the 37, it was lifting the back of the Jeep when I was coming off stuff. So definitely like that. And it's a cleaner look. Got the spare tire in the back of the Jeep here. So I deleted the back seat, so I have a spare in the back. I think that's it on the outside here. Let me think. I think that's it on the back side. If you wanted to see anything else that you saw and you're like, hey, what is that? Put it down in the comments and I'll tell you about it or whatever. Let's move on to the inside. All right, so we are here on the inside. One of the things I did, I upgraded to this radio. I'll leave a link to this radio and the video I did it in. It's pretty good. It's Android, CarPlay, whatever, maps, all that kind of cool stuff. It literally makes the interior look better because how these dashes are, you got this stupid lip on them and stuff, makes it look a lot more modern. So definitely like these radios. These are pretty cool. Like I said, it does your CarPlay and all your other crap, so does that. So for Jamboree, I installed this vector bar here. I've been wanting one of these for a while. So you can have like your GoPro mount. I have my tablet mount, and you can have a phone mount and stuff. Really like that. Super easy to install, and definitely if you have like, you want to run GPS and stuff like that, or have a GoPro mount or a phone mount or whatever, this is pretty nice to have. Definitely like that. Did this track mount thing here. So for Jamboree, I needed to, have maps or whatever for Onyx. Bought an iPad Pro, put it in here. It's the 12.9, it's the 13-inch, the biggest one they got. And set it right there. Never had a single problem with it moving or anything. So I'll leave a link to this down in the description if you're looking for an iPad mount. Full wheeled it for 3 days and never moved a single. Wasn't even worried about it. I think that's it on the inside. Did this back seat delete back here. It was one of those simple. It was one of those cheapy ones. It's not like a high dollar one. I didn't need a high dollar one. I just wanted to get rid of my back seat because I'm running a spare back here. So usually have all my tools and such here, but don't have anything right now because I took them on vacation with me and they're in the garage now. But definitely like the spare tire or the rear back seat delete because it's usually just me and my wife, and we don't need an extra back seat. So adds a lot more storage space for me. I can have my big toolboxes and stuff, and it has plenty of storage underneath for stuff that you're not really worried about, but you need to have. So definitely like that. I'll put the link to that down in the description below. But that's pretty much it. I know this is like a super fast overview of stuff, but it sounds like it's about to storm right now, so I probably need to go inside. Like I said, if you want more detail on something or whatever, I'll leave links to the videos that I installed this stuff in and I'll leave links to the products down in the description. That way you can look it up. And like I said, if you got any questions, go ahead and hit me up in the comments down below, and I'll be happy to answer any of the comments that you got. But like I said, winch going away. I'm gonna switch this out with a Warren VR 10,000 or Evo. It's an Evo 10S, so I'm gonna be switching that out probably in a couple days. Hopefully I'll be getting my tires switched out tomorrow. I don't know what's gonna happen with that. Not really in a rush to do it. I'd like to get it done as soon as possible, but not in a super rush, because doing these tires is going to be a pain in the butt. I feel I'm gonna have to do a lot of cutting. I think definitely gonna have to put my extended arms that I got in the house on to get them working. I've already had to cut once when I put 37s on because it rubbed, so I had to cut my Rubicon rail down and had to cut in here. So hopefully with that cutting and me having extended control arms, that'll help me get these 37 or 40s on here on a 3.5 inch lift. I know it can be done. I've seen it done. I just don't know how much cutting is going to be involved. I'm probably going to have to cut back here and all up in there. So, but like I said, got any questions, hit me in the comments. Thanks for watching. That's gonna be it for this one, I guess. Simple video, overview of some stuff. It's more of like a one-take video, me just walking around. But like I said, you got any questions, hit me up in the comments. And that's gonna be it for this one. So appreciate y'all for watching. Hit that like button, subscribe if you haven't already, and we'll see you in the next one.